Hello, everybody. Welcome to, I think it's technically day 13 of me streaming this game. I've played some days offline. Of Factorio, Space Age. I did play a little bit between the last two streams, mainly to finish up the building of this new space platform we made at the end of last stream. You can see it's really just finished being made, and bullets are getting put into each of these gun turrets, and then bullets will start backing up, and then I'll store some bullets in the main base, just like we do for the Volcanus escape pod. You can see they're the exact same design. And the Volcanus escape pod is actually sitting above Volcanus right now, waiting to get some more orange science, which, if you missed that, we have recently automated, and I just have it here. And the tungsten carbide is flying over because I didn't want to belt it over, so it's not that efficient, but we are making enough to really get the resources we want. Like, I'm researching cliff explosives right now using this science. So Volcanus is in a really good spot. We have miners. One thing I wanted to do, actually, before I got distracted with uranium, because another thing I did is I have automated the creation of big mining drills. I think as part of my back and forth, I want to have item count, cargo. How many big mining drills fit in one rocket? 20. Perfect. Equals 20. This wants big mining drills of any quality. I don't mind. And we want... Well, wait, if I do... I guess I can't do it like that. Okay. I want 20. I'm going to bring big mining drills back to Navis, and I would like this to request 100 big mining drills, just to have a backlog of big mining drills. So while it's going back and forth, giving me orange science, it can also give me big mining drills, which are going to be, I think, useful just to have a bunch of on other planets. And we should already have them, effectively. Like, they're probably taking off from Volcanus right now. Yeah, there they go. And then this has everything else being made. So, wait, is it not going to make them? Oh, we already have 20 big mining drills. Interesting. Wait a second. Did it just get the science? No, it has the big mining drills. Okay, so we already had another extra 20 on that planet. So, next time, it will request them and then make all of the ones we need. So that can be automated while we are today. Our goal, as I mentioned at the end of last stream, going to come all the way back down here and figure out uranium. And I think the first thing that uranium is going to need is a centrifuge. Let me do a really quick look. Electric furnaces, productivity modules, and rails. You know what I'm sort of thinking? What if we automate purple science on Volcanus? We have such a good setup on Volcanus, and we have so many rails on Volcanus. I'll worry about that later. But we need purple science automated. I still haven't automated it. One of the big misses, I would say, of before I went out to space, and yeah, I'm gonna make a centrifuge before I go down. So let's go grab some concrete. I should have a good chunk of it. And red circuits. Oh, do we have a good red circuit stash? I think we do. Yeah. I'll just take 200. Make a centrifuge by hand. And then let's look at what we can actually do with it. Uranium processing makes uranium-235 and uranium-238. Mostly uranium-238. We can Corvex enrichment to turn some of the 235 uraniums. Wait, what? What does this do? It takes 40 uranium-235s and 50 uranium-238s, which is, I guess, what I have most of. And it gives me I don't understand this. Why is this helpful? Uranium-235 and rocket fuel to make nuclear fuel. And the uranium-235 is the one that's hard to get. Maybe I won't understand that until I'm down there doing it. The cliff explosives are researched. And then let's just go and head and research Speed Module 3 while we're doing things. I should have all the sciences. The blue science, I think we are not making enough blue science. Yeah, we're not making enough blue science, and that's because we're not making enough red chips. And that will be very slow to get back up and running. Oh, actually, we need to increase the amount of copper flowing into our base, and iron. Copper and iron. Engelbert, welcome to the stream. 235 is mega rare, so you can use the Corvex stuff to make more. Okay, the way I was reading it, though, is it looked like it took... Oh, I'm making a second centrifuge. I'm sure I'll need it. But it was looking like you give it 40 uranium-235 and you get 41. That seems really barely useful. But, I mean, I guess you're getting one more. But I'll just do... I guess we're going to need uranium processing for a bit. and then I'll figure it out from there. But I need more copper. How is Volcanus Escape Pod doing? It's coming back with big mining drills and red science, so let's... No, actually, we unload ammo. It was doing it right. Once this gets back, which actually is going to get here soon, we'll get these red mining drills, and I'm going to put them down to start mining the copper that comes into this base, so we have more of it. And I might not research anything for a little while because I want my resources to sort of back up again. And speed module 3 is something I probably wouldn't use a bunch. Rail support foundations. Okay, to go on deep oil. I saw that last time. I really need to automate purple science. That's going to be a different day. Almost here, and then it should immediately send off a rocket to go down to Navis. Boop. And then you're gone. And then it's going to wait for... I really like the process that I made. Okay, so this is here. It landed. We've got orange science, and I have a lot of big mining drills now. I'm actually getting things from other planets back onto Navis now. Feels good. You know what, actually, because red chips are such a struggle here, and I'm getting them effectively, like, for free on Fulgora. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. What a disaster. This Fulgora is like a mess. Fulgora is horrible. I need to go back here and fix it up. It's going to be blocked by all of this higher quality fuel. Anyways, Fulgora theoretically has tons and tons of red chips that I can just send back to Navis. I am having fun in Space Age Rataplant, and if this looks better than your first Fulgora attempt, Engelbert, I mean, I'm happy for my own sake, but I'm sorry. My experience is that okay, this we need to revamp here. So this is why I wanted these big mining drills. We're gonna just go ahead and do this. And it's this line over here that is really struggling, so we'll do four of them that I brought over. Well, can these even fit in this space? No. I guess I can do it up and down. Cool. Let's give them some power. There you go. This is right in the way. I'm working on getting better at everything. Specifically meaning like planning out my base before I start building. I need a red splitter, don't I? And there we go. This should... We'll do another red splitter. I know this is a yellow line, but this is a red line, so we might as well... Okay, there we go. That was having trouble being full. And now we should have more iron coming in. I'll pick these up because they're not doing anything. And just in case people aren't aware, what I'm doing right now is distracting myself before I get to the uranium mining, which is actually my goal. So I am going to my uranium patch and figuring that out. Okay, let's get copper mining correctly. Why is it having such a struggle? $246,000. Let's just see if I can update it with one line here. I probably need a second red miner, but we'll just make 2 more red splitters. Typical Factorio distracted. Yeah, yes. I'm trying my hardest to not be completely a waste. That's pretty great. Can I do the same thing on this side? I feel like these are really inefficient places to put these red miners, but I have them and I want to use them. 84,000. I mean, whatever, we might as well. Hey, Drug Abuser 23, what a name. How you doing? Yeah, these are so big. Well, we still have 10 big mining drills that I can use on uranium, so that's what I'm gonna aim for. These things mine so fast. And there you go. The lines of copper coming in look a lot better. But oh, so good. Yep. So something I have not done much of, or really at all, I'm playing on peaceful, for those of you just joining new for the first time, which there are a couple of, which is always nice to see. So, nice to see you. I'm playing on peaceful, because I wanted to learn the game, and I kept getting annoyed by the aliens. So I thought also that I was going to play on peaceful for like a little bit, and then I would restart, and then it's been like 60 hours of play and I have not gotten bored. So these are stone. That's not what I wanted to replace, but oh well, it's good to have a stone mine backed up. Do I have these? Let's go ahead and just make some underground pipes. Okay, we are coming down here with 2 centrifuges. I assume that this is where you start with uranium ore, because the nuclear reactor uses uranium fuel, and we have to make uranium fuel in a centrifuge. So this is how I'm starting, and we'll see if it's actually right. I do, like I said, 60 hours. I do have a Volcanus base, which I'm really proud of. I love my Volcanus base. This is really where I'd rather live. I'd rather just move in to this place. This place is doing really great. And my Fulgora base, which is absolutely a disaster, and I hate it. And I don't ever want to come back. But I'm going to have to, because my Fulgora science is a mess, and this belt gets backed up and will be backed up very soon again. It already is backed up. What's the problem? Where is it? I mean, the problem is that everything, all of my like storage spaces are backed up. Anyways, I'm distracted again. Let's do some of this uranium stockpile that I have been mining. Can I mine uranium with a large mining drill? It looks like it. So let's do it. Yes, good. That's what I like to see. We are going to go ahead and add 2 big mining drills at the end. And then we will put this in. Wow, this thing has a really long power radius. I need to use it more. And I might want to actually replace these basic ones with this. And that should give everything power still. There you go. Okay, now let's start making an output. Did I research the Coverax thing? You mean the Coverax enrichment process? I think so. I mean, I have the recipe, so I think I did. So let's just get blue inserters. Okay, good. And then let's figure this out. I'm going to use a red splitter, which I already have one of, to double it up. And now let's figure this out. Centrifuge. Let's just put one here. And we need to do uranium processing. So actually, we probably want to do 2 of them at least doing uranium processing. Another one. And actually, let's... I mean, the yellow output is probably fine. How many does this make? It looks like 1 each, and it takes 12 seconds. Jeez. Is that how it works? Yeah, it looks like that's how it works. Uranium-238 is the common one, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same thing, double up. Wow, this is gonna take a long time, isn't it? I'm gonna need a lot more of these. This seems like perfect productivity module time. Productivity module 2s. Was I planning on giving them to something else? I feel like I crafted those intending to give it to my rocket launcher. But you know what? We'll use them down here. These things now have 12% more productivity. Of course, TwitchBot. Okay. But now, I'm going to need to probably go running up and down to get more resources a lot this stream. Maybe I should be doing this back in my base. Before I go too far, do I just do this in my main base? I don't know. Or maybe I could do it over here. Oh, I need to update my coal mining as well. But okay, so now what we do with this uranium-238, what do we do with it? Uranium processing. It's made here. Okay, it's used in uranium fuel cell. Okay, that seems good, but you need one of the rare uraniums. Covarex enrichment, uranium rounds. Okay, so that is just the red magazine plus 1. And then, yeah. So it looks like our end goal is this fuel cell, which will use one of the rare uraniums and a bunch of the not rare uraniums. And Covarex enrichment process. And we need nuclear fuel. And nuclear fuel is going to use uranium fuel cells, I assume. No. That's uranium-235, which is specifically an atomic bomb. I can make an atomic bomb. That's insane. I don't think I will ever make one. Okay, but the uranium fuel cell. Can I even make this? Uranium fuel cell. Yes, I can. I can make a uranium fuel cell. Equip and press spacebar. You're talking about uranium. Oh, the nuke. Thanks. I'll be sure to do that. Okay. Hey, Chaos Noob. How do you say your name? I need you to give me a, like, phonetic pronunciation. The game was good yesterday. Big thing that we did, I'll walk you through it really quick, was we set up our Volcanus escape pod to go back and forth between Volcanus and Chow? Chow is noob? Is that right? Or cow? Kaio? Kaio. Okay. So it is very much. Anyways, welcome back, Kaio is noob. It took me a week and a half to figure out your name. Anyways, this space platform goes back and forth from Volcanus, which is making orange science because I'm mining all of the resources I need. And also, I am creating big mining drills. Oh, the the New England game. Well, if you do follow the sport, you know that we did not do great. We lost. I actually got my company to send a group of people. So there was like 14 of us that we had a fun time at the game, but we lost 2-1. And one of the goals we gave up was one of the most embarrassing things we've done all season. So that's always great when you bring people, and then your goalkeeper absolutely flubs it. But also, thank you with your Inter Miami team for beating the Red Bulls yesterday, I believe. I hate them, and I always love to see them lose. Let's see. So now, I guess what I will want to do in the short term, let's just have 2 here. One of them grabbing the fancy uranium, and one of them grabbing the not fancy uranium. And just like start storing them divided up. And we have not made a single one of them yet, but that's also, I think, fine because we have have we made 100 yet? 38. We're only expecting to get 3 every 1,000? Oh no. And these things are barely used for anything. Depleted uranium fuel cell. What can those be used on? These you can turn back into uranium-238. But like the cost to make them is more than the 3 you get back, right? Oh no, you can make it from that. I can't make fuel cells without the really rare one. I can't do Covarex enrichment without a bunch of the really rare one. And uranium processing is 0.7%. So for every like 100 I expect most of one. The key is the Covarex. Okay, so this is going to keep working. And I'm going to need another one down here. But to do that, I need to go back and get red chips. And I will go do that, and I'll come back. And while that's happening, hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 of the rare ones. My stone miners don't seem to be doing anything. And while I'm running back up here, actually, we're going to do a pit stop at my coal mining facility. the coal down here seems okay. This coal needs to be updated. That should work. Can that fit? That should be able to fit. This line just got a lot stronger. And this line got a lot stronger. There you go. Now we can run back up and get resources. Oh, wait, let me in. No. Is this line? Yeah, that's that one. Hold up, let's do another one. Do I not have another big mining drill? I used them all. Dang. How is that doing, actually? Is this going to be coming back soon? No. It's like half done. Available on planet 2. Okay. I need to replace this with a requester chest. And I want this to request big mining drills. And I want it to be 20. And this should only have one stack ever. Do I have big mining drills automated? Yes, big mining drills are automated up here. I just don't want them to always be running. So like these 20 big mining drills, do I have to manually kick them out? I might have to manually kick them out. Okay, see now it's going to start working again, I think. Enable it. Oh, wait a second. I had it the wrong way. There you go. But yeah, I am making automated big mining drills. I have quality modules in them too, so that I can have uncommon big mining drills. I think that, yeah, so it wants to put big mining drills in here for some reason, and I don't know what I did to make that happen. It sets requests here, but we got an uncommon one. Anyways, it should make 20, and then I don't know why they keep coming in here. It's like when I connected this to that with a red line, it broke, and I don't know how to disconnect it. Can I deconstruct the red line? Higher level of quality on the miners is broke. That's crazy. Do you know how to get rid of a wire? Because I want this to turn off if there is less than 20 in this chest. Red wire. Then click both objects. Oh, okay, that's how I connected them to begin with. So if we get rid of these. It won't request them again. Cool. And there's 6, which are these 6. There you go. Great. Okay, I got distracted because I wanted big mining drills. Volcanus escape pod ran out of bullets. Oh, right, because we're at Volcanus. I have to be feeding ammo out, not storing it. There are some inefficiencies on my spaceships. I need to spin to stream and revamp it, which actually is my goal. My goal is to make a uranium-powered spaceship. That's actually the reason I'm doing it now, is that my Fulgora Express space pod can't actually make it to Fulgora and back without running out of power effectively. Like, it runs out of power from these solar panels set up at Fulgora because Fulgora doesn't have great solar. And making a there and back trip is really dangerous if I don't have a bunch of ammo stored up. So automating it with this, yeah, solar on Fulgora is really rough. I learned, which is great because they want you to use accumulators and lightning storms while you're on the planet, but when I'm floating above the planet, it's still a problem. Why are we getting no batteries? Oh, because nothing is coming in. Cool. Good. That's the answer that I was hoping for. We have a lot of superconductors, but those, yeah. Calcite to steam. That's easy for space as well. I did forget about that. However, I think I am going to continue down this uranium pathway for at least the time being. What did I come here for? Red chips. That's why I ran up here. We have a lot stored. I think I'm going to need... Okay, now nuclear reactor. This is uranium fuel cells to generate heat. Heat output increases when built next to other reactors. And then we turn that heat into power? Uses heat energy to turn water to steam. Okay, so let's just, like, if I make... Is this... That is how it works? It looks like I might be right. So, if the heat exchanger... what is its recipe? We have a heating tower. That's on a different planet, I think. And nuclear power is what I researched to get here. I'm trying to figure out how much steam it makes. 103 a second. And how much do steam engines use? It consumes 30 a second. So I can have one nuclear thing running, feeding 3 steam engines, which can give me 900 kilowatts each. That's not very much power. I guess these things give way less than 900 kilowatts each. So actually that would probably be enough for a spaceship. Cool. That's probably fine. And we're storing up ammo here, which is great. Are we going to need more than... I mean, we probably want more uranium to be processed. Truthfully, we probably want... we're going to need more concrete. Where is my concrete? Down here? No, it's up here. I get lost on this base all the time because I built it spaghetti mode. We're gonna do two... We're gonna do 5 centrifuges, actually. I'm gonna wait for the iron wheels to be in my inventory so I don't try to craft iron wheels. There you go. And then I think we can head back down and do some more nuclear things. The nuclear reactor, steam turbine. Wait a second. A steam turbine consumes steam to make electric energy. That seems way better than a steam engine. It uses twice as much steam a second, but it makes 5.8 megawatts instead of 900 kilowatts. That is, I've had this for a while and I've just never read the tooltip. Great. Okay, well that is going to be insane on a spaceship, so that's good. I could probably revamp my steam engine area with that. But the power on this planet is actually, I'm doing fine, so I don't need to worry about that too much. No, look at the minimum temperature. Max temperature is 500 degrees Celsius. It just says maximum. I don't see a minimum. Oh, but you're saying this thing creates 500 degree Celsius steam, which is what this needs. And this makes 165 degrees steam. Okay, so you need to have a nuclear reactor to heat exchanger to turbine. Okay, well, let's ride our train back. Unfortunately, my Volcanus escape pod did not make it back with the 20 big mining drills in time. Yeah, we're doing fine on stored ammo. How is it doing, actually? How much more? 858? It'll be coming with another load here soon. Rocket fuel. We are storing up a lot of rocket fuel. There's 800 rocket fuel in that train. I have more than I need. That's why. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to figure out why I wouldn't just do that. Maybe I don't need a big mining drill here. Yeah, we'll just do this. These big mining drills aren't even being used at the moment. My stone consumption is very low. So let's just do that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I might have been very clear by now. I'm not min-maxing either. Even like a little bit. So let's go ahead and 2 more. This probably doesn't have to be... I probably don't need both sides to be filled. I'm not producing enough uranium. Okay, so this needs 40 uranium-235 and makes 41. That's such a that's rough. Okay. It works the same as the engine at lower temperatures, but it's more expensive, so no point using it. Okay. We still do not have a single one of the fancy uranium. And we have 240 uranium-238. And we need 40 to even run this once. At 0.7%, I would have thought I would have got 1 by now. Statistically, I should have like 2. Hey, we got it. We got our first one. Now 39 more. I mean, technically, I can make nuclear fuel now. And so nuclear fuel, let's just look. Nuclear fuel can be burned in anything, but it doesn't get made into uranium fuel cell. These are made in assembling machines. And we need 1 and 19. So, to be max efficient wise with your uranium-235, you should use the Covarex enrichment and be getting like 1 extra uranium-235 every minute. So hold up. My brain it's figuring out a puzzle. And I think what I'm seeing, we're gonna get an assembler here. I want an assembler, and this guy is going to be trying to make uranium fuel cells. Then I will need this. Now, you only need 5 uranium-238, but a lot of uranium-235. So, okay, wait a second. I'm going to do this really quick. We're going to connect these wires. And I want this to enable only... No. I also need it to connect to this. Enable disable only if the uranium-235 in the system is equal to or greater than 40. And so it will load up this if we have 40 uranium-235. And this is very important because I want to only feed the uranium fuel cell creator if I have more than 40 uranium-235 in this chest. So we always are going to be making this. It will be a cycle. So we will then take the output, and this will output both. So we'll need to have two separate outputs, one being the one we want, and the other one being the Garbo that we don't want. And this thing can just like always feed you. We don't need to worry. This can get full of uranium-238. Not a problem. I like how these glow. That's cool. Do I have enough to make more productivity modules? Should I do this really quick while I'm... I mean, I think we want... Do we want productivity or speed? I'm doing speed. And actually, we're going to do this. There you go. I just want to be making more of it. I don't feel like the productivity is all that important. Okay. So this thing doesn't care. It'll always output. And this output will come right back, and I don't need to care about anything. That's only going to be uranium-238. This one we're just going to swing up and around here, give myself some space, because I'm going to need to pipe in iron plates as well. And that can just go in. So let's do that. So it'll only load if that, and this. Okay, now we need this. This is, I'm over engineering this. I'm making a solution that I think essentially will work. But this one's gonna have a green wire to this, so we have a different setup. But I don't want it to turn on immediately. Like, I don't want it to take the... I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just put it back. So here we go. You filter for the fancy uranium-235, but you only go if the uranium-235 is greater than 40. So we can, anything more than 40, and it's in the chest more than 40. Is that gonna work? This may or may not work, actually. So this is disabled by the current behavior. So it won't be throwing it out. This one, if it's equal to or greater than 40, it will start putting them in. This is basically the route you do now. Okay. Welcome back to the stream, Eric Icefang. I'm starting to wonder though, because if this happens, I'm gonna need like more like probably 50 of them, right? Before this thing starts making any fuel cells. I guess that's not a problem. That's not really a problem. Oh, wait. Let's just do this. So now what I'm learning is because I waited so long to even get this started, I'm about to be... I wish that I had been, instead of just sitting with all this uranium on the line, I did something like this and then went off for like 8 hours. Because it's going to take a long time to get 40 uranium-235. We have so much uranium-238. Which now makes me think, can I even build a recycler here? I probably need to go to Fulgora to get a recycler. If I had to guess, you have to craft it on Fulgora. Yeah. What would be really nice is if this was like mostly full, we recycle it and feed it back onto this line. There you go. Speed modules. So now this is 60% faster. I think productivity modules might actually slow me down. Because they make crafting speed slower and I have 12% production increase. That's not that much. Speed modules, I'm making more. And I don't know if I need... Wait, do we not have power down here? No, we don't have fluid. What's wrong? Missing required fluid. I thought I hooked these up correctly. Oh, did I destroy the pipe? I think I destroyed the pipe. Or this doesn't feed into that. That was the whole problem. Well, I feel like using red mining drills are worth it for the resource drain on its own. So even if I don't need... Like, I just will have a lot of uranium. Oh, we've gone through, like, a whole chest of backup. That's pretty cool. Okay, how are we doing? Just one? Okay. Wait, I'm curious. I've never messed with this before. Arithmetic combinator, selector combinator, constant combinator, power switch, programmable speaker, display panel. Can I... I'm just going to do this really quick. What happens if I hook this up to something with a number? Well, maybe I want to do the green. I can't just show the number. But the goal that I was trying to do with this is, well, actually I should build a radar really quick. I want to build a radar, a solar panel, and then I have a power line. And then when I'm not down here, I can see the progress that I'm making. by... I guess I can just click in. I was going to try and display it on a monitor. If I have it set to this... No, I want this. It knows the amount I have. I can't just display it. So if I set it to this, will it display? It displays that. Okay, wait a second. So I can just say, like, there is enough or isn't enough. So that's not at all what I was hoping for. There's not a numerical display thing. I can't believe this, by the way. We have 500 uranium-238 and we have 1 uranium-235. And we need 40 of it. We do not need to waste a splitter. We're not making enough. This is never going to back up. Okay. The start is slow, much like real life. Okay, is there something else I can do with uranium-238? 238 uranium can make bullets. Okay. The problem with that is my bullet production. I think I'm only making yellow bullets and it's only for military. No, I'm making red bullets. Okay. So we could start shipping uranium-238 up on a train and make green bullets with the output of this. Because we're going to get mostly this. It just empties into it right here. I have this chest and it's dumping into the... Oh wait, the Kovric centrifuge. You are correct. It does not. Okay. That's a good miss. Okay, so... This needs 5. I think we're going to just do this for now and say this. I can connect to this and just say enable disable if this is... I enable it if there's 5. No. Is greater than 5? Less than 5? What's happening? Uranium-238. It doesn't say that there is any. Did I mess this up? There's 10 in here. If I have equals, it doesn't tell me how many there are in there. The signal is too... Did I use the wrong signal? I only want this to work. Let's just use a green signal because this doesn't have a green signal. Enable, disable if this. Is equal to 10. What's wrong with this? What's wrong? What is happening in my circuit network? There's uranium-238 in here right now. And I only want this to grab uranium-238 as well. Might need to click read contents on the centrifuge. Oh, I would need that for this too. Okay, so this maxes out at 10. It can't have more than 10. And now we have a second uranium-238. This can read the uranium-235. Okay. Which actually means that this is going to be good because it's over 40. So it will read the uranium-235 in here. And it will turn on if there's more than 40. I was thinking it would wait until there was like a bunch more, but I think that'll actually work. Okay, there's 2. We're going to back up on uranium-238 before we have 40 uranium-235. So I need to get a way for this to not back up. And I want you... Once you get Corvex, it will be quick. Okay. I want to believe you. I only want you to be enabled if uranium-238 is greater than 1K. We'll keep 1K uranium-238 in the system. But after that, it's fair game. Nuclear reactors use a lot less fuel than you'd expect. Okay. Automating nuclear reactor fuel on a spaceship is going to be its own thing. It accepts one of these uranium fuel cells. It has 8 gigajoules or whatever that GJ is. I think gigajoules. Okay. And now we begin the process. I don't need that to be underground. Of getting back to my base with uranium. Sure. I'm going to run back up and get a whole bunch of assembly or transport belts. All of our stone is backed up. Does that mean our stone is completely backed up over here? Yeah, our stone is backed up there. We're not really using a ton of lubricant. We are producing plastic, but that's all. It's all sort of backing up, and I think it's backing up because we're not researching. I need to research some more things with military science, and then we'll use stone. How does volcanic work on peaceful? Do I have to kill the big worms or they? Well, I mean, so I don't know how they usually are, but I can explain my experience with them because I had to kill one. I still have all the worm territory, and these worms, I don't see any right now on the map, but the worms ride around in there. And if I build anything in there, they come and get real mad. Oh, they're unchanged? Cool. Well, that probably tells you everything you need to know then. My experience was, effectively, the worms didn't care about me until they really did. And then once they did, they were like, pissed. And so I made a ton of bullets and a ton of gun turrets. I made too many gun turrets. And, how are we doing here? Did we just get back? We just got back. There's a delivery of big mining drills on planet. On Navis now. I think I took the train there and back. Gleba operates like Navis does post-space age. So you mean there are going to be nests of stuff on Gleba that will attack me when I attack them, but until I attack them, they're chill? That's cool. I actually want 1,000 fast transport belts if possible. And what was I doing when I was? Oh, let's go grab the big mining drills. There we go. We should have another 20. Yeah. Big mining drills are so good. That resource drain is crazy. I should make more logistic bots to have flying around. Okay, so what do I do now? Do I just wait for uranium 235 to grace me with its presence? There's only 4 of them. So we wait for this process to start, and then we can keep going on making nuclear power. And we need to get it up here. And we can add it to my train, maybe. Is 235 actually going into the centrifuge? From here, from this chest, using this, 235 goes into the centrifuge. It only goes in when there is 40 in the chest. I have this set to only go off if there's more than 40 or more in the chest. I probably don't need to do that, honestly, but I wanted to really have it controlled. And then these both have specific outputs, which means that these inputs don't matter. But we only have 4. 2, 3, 5. And I cannot tell if speed modules or productivity modules are better. It feels like productivity modules really slow us down, but it's going to be more efficient. But speed modules are probably where it's at for this process right now. Because I feel like I have a ton of uranium that I can mine. And I'm outproducing uranium versus what I'm consuming. I may have made a jam-proof setup first try. Well, don't get your hopes up. If I did, that will be a first. I'm going to... What do I need? Red chips. I'm going to pick up some more red chips. Here they are. Another 200. Let's make 4 more of these. And we have a bunch of belts, so we can start getting the uranium-238 up here and turn my red ammo into green ammo. I'm surprised I've only ever been killed by that train once. It's nice to see these lines fully filled up again. Adding some more miners to these lines to have it all the way full. Feels good. Do I have copper plates? I do. Not copper, iron plates. These iron plates I put onto this path and put it here. This is really using very few iron plates. I need these to come down to where I'm running. So let's go ahead and do that. I want this to only pick up iron plates. And then let's go over. This right here is making me realize I should have just built my my uranium plant up in my base, because I'm having to do 2 separate lines. But you know what? You learn. Factorio goat's back. Hey, Gwembley, I am actually going to play, I'm going to play Bazaar again. I'm not far off from that. Let's do another 5 of these. Oh, but... Have you been playing Bazaar? Or have you been sort of on a hiatus? Let's get this all the way up, and then I'll worry about the iron plates coming down. Okay. We have this at the base now. I can figure out how to get this back home. Probably just add another car. You're waiting till Jules. Gotcha. I am waiting. I mean, I'm rank silver this month. So I played a lot less this month, but I'm pretty much just waiting on another expansion to come out for Mac or for Dooley. Okay, and this comes down Oh, did I do this? I did not need to do that. Now I can use that. Oh, did I only pick up one of them? There you go. Do I even want to do that? I don't want to do that. Okay, and I'm gonna need copper, not copper, iron. We're just gonna go directly above it, come straight down. And feed it in. And then we'll replace these productivity modules with speed modules. Look at that, that's so much better. I think speed modules are where it's at for these. By the way, we have a couple new people here today. If you're curious about how I got here, I do have the whole playthrough on YouTube. And you can start from the beginning with me. I haven't really gotten all that much better, but I didn't know anything going into it. And now I know at least I know at least a few things. And that I don't know what I'm doing. I only have 4 of them still. That's crazy. Well, we almost have 1,000 uranium-238, and then this will start filling up. So now I need to figure out what to do with that. So let's get the uranium-238 consumed on the other side of this so it doesn't back up. Although there's enough line here that I'm sure it will just take a really long time to actually back up. Are the Factorio streams going to stop when I finish the game? I'm going to be honest. I thought so, but probably not. I love this game. I think after I do this playthrough, I'm going to want to do another playthrough. I don't know what the goal will be of that playthrough, but I'm going to probably do a playthrough not on peaceful. And then I will try and explore different aspects of the game that I didn't on this playthrough. And also, I feel like part of the fun of this game that I've been looking forward to in a future playthrough is to build factories correctly. Which I'm not saying I'm not building it correctly at all. Okay, hold up. Sorry, this is going to need to... I need another cargo wagon. And I'll need to use the, add the fuel. I can put the fuel back in that I had. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep playing Factorio for a very long time. We'll see what that actually turns into, but yeah, that's my answer. Let's go back to automatic. And then I need to fix up the offloading on the other side to have uranium-238 go somewhere. Just waiting on the train. I tried to do this last stream, but I couldn't find a setting. Is there a setting to make it so that when I hit tab or open the research thing, not pause my game. I've realized that I do that a lot while I'm waiting for something to craft, and then I come back and it has not crafted at all, and that is annoying. You will say this: what really helps new games or mega bases equally is having good blueprints saved. If you decide you like a blueprint you make, save it. Okay. I will. Oh no, this is wrong. This is wrong. Get out of here. Okay. 16 uranium. Hey, Shift TCG, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Were you just playing Factorio as well? You were. That's awesome. Cool. This is my first playthrough. If you've missed the first, what, like 50 hours of my playthrough? Let's see. 52 hours of my playthrough. So I'm not a complete novice anymore. Although if you look at my base, you will see that I am absolutely new. I'm playing on Space Age from the start. I didn't know anything pre-Space Age. And my progress so far is that I have a nice base on Volcanus I feel good about, with a lot of resources. And I have the worst thing imaginable on Fulgora that I need to go back and fix up at some point. And I have Volcanus hooked up so it actually ships stuff back to home, but the Fulgoran stuff, I need to spend a lot of brain power into fixing, and I don't know. I'm not doing that this stream. This is what you found after searching it up. I have construction bots on planets so I can fix stuff remotely, but I have been learning that I don't leave the planets with enough logistic chest things when I'm gone. I forgot to put any storage chests. I forgot to put any storage chests on Fulgora at all, and that's been my thing. The construction bots have been really big. Like on Volcanus, I have my whole robo network set up. I can do most things here without being here. On Fulgora, that is not really the case because I don't have any storage chest. I did leave requester chests, so as I have needed to, I've requested items so my bots can drop things off, but I could... I don't know if I actually have... yeah, I have an assembly machine here, so I could craft a storage chest without being there. I just haven't put the time into it yet. Because Fulgora is completely backed up right now. I guess not completely backed up, something's moving, but Fulgora is in trouble. It's bad. What is even happening here? Okay, this is... the blue chips are backed up. So it's not even making rocket parts anymore because the low density structures... Anyways, this is Fulgora. We don't want to look at Fulgora. That was a bad time, and I'm going to go back and have a better time in the future. I promise myself. But I got back off the planet. Both planets I've gone to, I started with no resources, except for my construction bots. I have construction bots on me, and that has been the only thing that I bring to the new planet, so I can learn it. And that's been going well. I've been enjoying that. And anyways, now you're sort of caught up. What I'm doing right now, Aquila is the only planet you must have resources imported. Okay. Well, sort of that makes sense because I'm getting to the point now where I want to start importing resources between planets. It's good to know that I don't need to go to Gleba with stuff. I've gotten further than you have 3 times. Well, if you're doing a first playthrough, are you guys doing like a multiplayer playthrough? Oh, that's awesome. A multiplayer playthrough with 3 players. That sounds really fun. You, Rex, and Rum. Hey, that's cool. I have a friend at work who is doing a multiplayer playthrough, and it sounds like a blast. I'm waiting for my train to come back so I can see if this lines up correctly. No, that's wrong. Oh, this is wrong in so many ways. Why do we have plastic bars here? I've messed up something. So let's cancel this. This should not be here. What did I do? Okay, I'll put a little bit of plastic back. Okay, stop driving. I need some time to figure this out. How did I get all this plastic? What have I done? Everything is way off. What's happening? Dedicate trains to a single resource and not mix it. Yeah, I'm hitting a problem and I need to figure it out. So this is not a uranium thing. This should be a plastic. This is the plastic car. This is not the stone car. What did I do? This is the sulfur car. This is not rocket fuel. What happened? This is rocket fuel. This is where stone should be. Did I like add? It's bi-directional. Can I rotate this? Hold an item with your cursor and press the middle button to lock a slot to that resource. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold up. We will do that really quick. And then this needs to be stone. This needs to be sulfur. But it's because it's bidirectional, so if I take this off, it will loop correctly. And we won't run into this issue. But just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and lock all of these train cars to be the right material. This is such a pain. Wouldn't call it good practice. Hey, don't... I don't need good practice. Middle clicking on an item in a slot will lock that item. Okay. Everything is backwards. So actually, I guess I'm just gonna fix it. But what I should have done is just drive the train around the loop to get it the right way around. Okay, we're gonna have to figure this out, and to do this, we're gonna need a lot of steel chests for inventory. So where's coal? There is no chest of coal anymore, so we'll just dump some coal in. Stone. Yeah, you're gonna... This is where we unload, so we shouldn't have a problem here. Wait, it's not... This is not the sulfur train. Jeez. This had been working until I tried to do uranium. It was fine. Hold down, control, and click. You move all items of that type to your inventory. Is this... This is actually good, though. These are in the right spot. And you're saying I can just do that. Okay. Control click, empties. This is going to be empty barrels, which I don't have any on me. This is gonna, well, so this car is gonna be interesting. This one needs to be empty barrels or barrels full of lubricant. Control click an empty slot to remove all items. Oh, actually, hold up. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna leave this one as is for a minute. And this one needs to be stone. There you go. And this one is sulfur. Well, anyways, you came at a fun time when I broke everything somehow. But thanks again for the raid. And plastic is good. I have one train system. It's just this one. This is my entire experimentation with trains has been done in this one location. Okay, and then plastic. We need a plastic car. It's right here. Let me... I have train signals. I have not used them. Can I load this? Okay, it's just we have too much plastic. That's why the train loaded up so fast, is that we have too much plastic. 5. What I'm gonna do is just make all of these accessible in the robo network, and then I don't have to worry about moving them. Okay, we're good here. I think my train is going to get a lot slower, but that's okay. There you go. And we're going to do this. Here you go. Slow train is better than no train. Yeah. I guess so. Let's go ahead. I should just make fast underground belts, but I have not upgraded my underground belts yet. Let's go ahead, and while this is here, I'm not gonna run the train yet. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do the train fixing all at once while I still am thinking. So this now, if I hop in and I set you to automatic, we'll go to the other way. I'll see you later, logistic bot. No train, no pain. You can place locomotives anywhere in loco wagon setup in any amount. It just accelerates faster if it's at the front. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so this should go around this way, the way it always has. Gets here. Loads up. Now, back to manual. Make sure this is all working. This is loading up with that. It's loading up with that. This, I don't have anything here, but that should be fine. It's been working forever. This is the car. We need a bulk inserter. There you go. And we're sending uranium-238 back home. Back to automatic. You could not load into things that are not straight. Well, that's still true for fluid. I found that out. I lied to you. I have a train on Fulgora because I wanted to get things over here. And I load up my holmium solution into a car. Look at all of this. Nothing is working on Fulgora right now. We're going to stop looking. But I learned that fluid needs to be inserted on a straight line. You can't do that sideways. Okay. Now, if this goes the right way, everything should be good. Our uranium-238. There you go. There you go. Isn't that why you transport lubricant barrels on the train? Yes, that is. That's true. No, we found out about it here too. Feed the output to the input until it's gone. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, because it's just a loop. It is a loop. Oh, recyclers. Yeah, I think that there is a lot of ways that I could do Fulgora better, and I'm going back, and I will do it better next time, I promise. I'm not going to problem solve for Fulgora yet. That might be next stream. This stream was dedicated to figuring out uranium. And I didn't know going into it that I was going to have to spend the next 30 years of my life waiting for uranium-235 to show up. But I guess the train braking was a good distraction, because now I can come back and see that there are 8 uranium-235s. Nah, it's probably still more than I have. And I'm making uranium-235 to make uranium fuel. And once I have uranium fuel, okay, now we are going to start consuming my uranium up here. Once I have uranium fuel, I'm going to put it on my Fulgora Express. And my Fulgora Express will then have power when it goes out to Fulgora, because the ship that I've designed does not... It uses solar power, and that has not been working. I didn't hook this up. Nice. Cool. Uranium-238 will now back up a little bit. Solar power in Fulgora is trash. It's better on Vulcanus. Yeah, I started out on Vulcanus primarily only using that, and then I am using steam power on Volcanus because I have so much sulfuric acid that I figured I might as well. But solar power on Volcanus was a lifesaver. For some reason, I thought solar power in space was always going to be better, and that is not at all the case. So if you have a good Covarex setup, it doesn't matter if 238 backs up. I don't have a setup that can handle it though. So like if this backs up further than it is here, this will never grab my 235. Oh my god, I have 12. I have 12 235s. And I have 1,000 uranium 238, and then the rest is getting sent up. You just need enough 235 to start the process. I guess that's true. Any tips for a space age newbie when it comes to making the first ship space platform? Rex might have done some of the space part. You're fresh. Okay, I can tell you literally only the things that I have learned, and so my tips are probably worse than just learning for yourself. But I will show you on my escape pod. This is my Volcanus escape pod. This is version 3 of my ship. The biggest mistake that I made was, first off, on a space platform, I don't know how much you know about space platforms, you have this storage section that can be placed anywhere, and it will do it automatically. Yeah, save a blueprint of your ship when you make a design so that you can automatically like put it back together later if it breaks and blows up. But my biggest issue was you need ammo to destroy meteors like it's doing right now. These meteors will run into your ship and blow your ship up. Especially when you're flying through space. Like right now I'm sitting still at a planet, so there's not that many meteors. And to do that, you need ammo. And so I'm crafting ammo on the ship right now. But I put my asteroid collectors for the iron at the front of the ship. And as soon as this broke, ammo production disappeared. And so if I were to redesign this, I think my asteroid collectors, I still have 2 up at the front, but I have 2 backups on the side so that I can still make iron or carbon if the front of my ship gets damaged. So that would be tip 1 that I learned. And then the next tip is that effectively solar power gets bad. And spare parts and cargo. Yeah, I have repair packs and spare parts and cargo for if things go bad. And then something else I've also learned is that this thing comes around the back sometimes and runs into my thruster. And I don't have a gun at the back of my ship, so these things will just like run straight into my thruster and then it will repair itself. I still have not resolved this problem. Anything you produce in space, keep it on a belt the entire time. Is that not going to hit? Nice. Sometimes I get your thruster's damaged thing. Keep it on the belt the entire time. I generally keep it on the belt the entire time. Another tip that I have learned, which is really just a way to get around from making a good design, is I store a ton of ammo in my hub so that when I'm sitting outside of Volcanus where I'm using more ammo than I'm producing, I can utilize the ammo in my storage to help me not get hit by asteroids. So I have an inserter that I just turn around when I need to output ammo or when I can stockpile ammo. There's a lot of things you can do better than I am, but that is a short walkthrough of how I'm not good at the game. Why can't I make uranium ammo? Do I need to research it? Nuclear fuel reprocessing. I feel like I have green ammo, don't I? I can't make green ammo. I did all of this and I don't even have it. Green ammo. I need to research uranium ammo. So I need to research military 4 first. Okay, well, we'll research military 4 and then we'll research this. That will probably not actually take very long. Thanks a lot for the tips, yeah. Uranium ammo is research. Yeah, I just figured it out. Well, we are going to have a backlog of uranium-238 for a little while. Maximize space platform efficiently. Use logistic network to manage cargo and everything. Yeah, so like, I think you can hook wires up and do things automatically more than I am. A calling card of my playthrough is to do something inefficiently and build workarounds the entire time, and then kind of power through and get progress anyways. So everything I've done could be done way better. And I will probably do better later. It's just I keep on like putting band-aids on bad designs. And that's my first playthrough. The temporal fixes that last forever, yeah. And I don't need this at all because I don't have another engine at the back of my train anymore. What is this? Oh, that's my car. Okay. And I guess while we're here and I'm seeing that no lubricant of any sort is moving, and U-238 did just get unloaded, so that's good. Let's track this down and see what is happening. Is there a big backlog, or do I just not use my lubricant here? It's important in the learning process so you don't push, yeah. Heat does not dissipate, just like fluid. That's good. Nuclear reactors waste fuel if it keeps burning, and you can use a logistic network to make sure the reactor only fueled when the heat is low. Oh. Okay. And emptying the lubricant barrels, this is full, this is full. We're not making electric engine units because we don't have... No, wait. We're not low on engines, and we're not low on green chips. We're just backed up on electric engine units. And the electric engine units are backed up because everything I use them for is backed up. And I'm not launching a lot of rockets. Which this doesn't even use electric engine units. Do I have the productivity modules on me still? Or did I dump them somewhere? I think I dumped them somewhere. Can I replace this with... Oh my my god, am I forgetting how to do this? I want to... I imagine I put them in the chest down here. No? What did I do with them? I had 4 productivity 2 modules. I have them with me. There they are. Thank you. Cool. Hey, thanks for the follow, Shift TCG. Thank you, everybody. I did not see them with my all-seeing eyes. Hey, thanks for the follow as well. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and thanks for the raid. I hope you guys are having a fun playthrough. Mine has been a blast. I've enjoyed it so much. Okay, but we can use electric engine units, but it's okay for it to be backed up. I just wanted to make sure it was actually working. Okay, working on uranium ammo now. This will take 1,000 science, so that will take more like 30 minutes to research, but that's fine. Once that's done, we can start using uranium-238, but there's a lot of space for it to back up still. Let's look. We're up to 15. Good lord. Oh. Okay, we are gonna go back down there. Let's make that better. I put chests there in the beginning to help me out. Let's see how slow this is going now. Faster than running. I wonder, I could probably fuel it with something better than coal now. I am doing uranium. It's been a fun playthrough. You have dinner to prepare. Hey, no. Enjoy. Have a good time and take care. And Armalex, I am doing uranium. We added another line to my train. I absolutely broke my train setup. It's been a good time. And I don't actually have anything working. Roboports work as a radar. I think someone's told me that before and I completely forgot. Yes, I'm doing it off of site right now. This thing right here is what my brain put together. And I think it will work. We have a 15 uranium-235, and once I get 40, I'll see if all these wires I hooked up, these red and green wires, actually work correctly. But we're not there yet. Okay, so first things first, this all goes into my inventory. This goes away. Please go away. Stop. I can't because my inventory is full. Okay. And then I'll take this away. Okay, we're gonna kill production for a minute. And then we'll put it back. And then I will do I have a fast underground? No, we'll put one. There you go. So this can unload at the same time. That's great. It'll take a long time. This might not ever unload. It won't unload. Yeah. So let's actually do it like this, and that still won't unload. That might... No, it won't unload ever. This is, I think, faster than what I'm doing. So it might unload. No, it probably won't. It's okay. It will unload. It'll unload at some point. It will just be... make a new splitter. Yeah, I think it's going to be a stockpile forever. Because at some point I will run out of mining, and then I'll have a little bit of stockpile to catch up at the end. I don't mind having 2 chests of uranium sitting here and just be using the ones I'm mining. That seems fine. So 15 uranium-235. It's going to be a couple years before it matters. Do I have an output of uranium fuel cells? I don't even have an output of the uranium fuel cells. I just have it at a point where it will get loaded in once I have it. We'll just put a chest here. There's no reason to hook that up yet. You can add more centrifuges to make it quicker. Yeah. I did. I mean, I started with 2, and now I have 4, and I have speed module 2s in there. Considering my power usage, I might not run out with those drills. I mean, I think that these drills are gonna keep up with this, and it's fine. Opening up the UI for a splitter lets you tell it which side to accept items from first. Gotcha. Well, I mean, I think this is fine. I don't need to worry about the splitter too much. I'll do a better splitter etiquette in the future. I think we have kind of done what my goal was. So now I want to hop a flight to not Fulgora. I'm not going to Fulgora today. I'll do that a different day. But to Volcanus. And I think what I'm going to do on Volcanus is finally automate purple science. You can use that priority to empty the storage. It's a good way to clean up raw resources. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I might do that in the future. Well, I mean, I think in the 2 hours of stream, we didn't have this all set up, and we have 15. So that means in another, like, probably 3 hours of playtime, my Corvex will be online, at which point I will actually start making nuclear fuel that I can use, which is great. So let's see. Let's run to the rocket silo. And actually, because I'm going to the rocket silo, let's turn off all these requests. You dump it in the logistic network and let the bots worry about it. That's always a solution, yeah. Dump it in the system, tell construction bots to put it in the machines that accept it. That is a good... Those are both good solutions. My space platforms are not... It stopped at Navis. I need to hop a ride. I have ammo. Let's go to the Volcanus escape pod. As long as it doesn't take off without me. Oh, the cargo is full. That's why it's hanging out here. We're not using orange science, so it's not sending it down to the planet, because the planet has a backlog. That's what happens when you don't use something for a couple hours. It starts getting a backlog, which is really satisfying, but I think for the sake that it's coming from another planet, having a bigger backlog than 2,000 is fine. Let's do 4,000. And I think it just dumped it, and now I'm flying to Volcanus. Yeah. We're on our way. We have 1.2 thousand ammo. That's fine. See you later, Rex. Thanks for all the help. Okay. Early on in the stream, European time zones, yeah, getting late. I am going to have to go soon. I'm going over to my father-in-law's house, and he's making me burgers soon. But I'm going to try and see if I can automate Purple Science finally. It's taken like 52 hours of a playthrough to get Purple Science. And I might be the only person ever to automate Purple Science on a different planet. But it is going to be a lot easier to automate it on Volcanus than it is to automate it on Navis, the way I have my factories set up. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to Volcanus. I'm going to automate Purple Science, send Purple Science back home. I could make it at home. I'm not gonna. It's not too uncommon? Okay, cool. I actually love this spaceship design. But I think once I get nuclear power, I'm going to make a much better design with what I've learned. One second. Okay, cool. I ran out of time. I'm gonna have to go to my father-in-law's to have burgers, which I was just telling you about. I thought I had 30 more minutes, but I think we're going over a little earlier. So, next stream, I'm gonna automate Purple Science, and then I'm going to, do I not have a landing platform? I'm just landing in the middle of nowhere. Let's pick up all the stuff. Yeah, next stream, I think we're gonna have a good time. But thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. It's been a good stream. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, my Twitch crashed. Well, I hope you're all having a good time. I'll see you. Bye.